So I actually figured I'd be asked this question, so I wrote a few names down just from this season, and I'm actually wrote them down, so I'm going to read them off. So if you
All
give
right.
me just a second,
Go ahead, do your thing.
because I'm one of them people got to have these glasses on. This is who I've met this year. Of course, the Clark Hunt family, Norma Hunt, and I believe it's Noble Hunt, which is the son which I was talking about, who looks just like his dad.
Right.
Gracie and her others and his little sister, they're wonderful people. So this season I was really excited about it. I got to meet Dick Vermeil, Carl
okay.
Peterson, and Bobby Bell is a frequent visitor to the stadium, so I'll get to see him, and I think he's seen me enough, he knows who I am, so he always shakes my hand. Got to meet Tech Nine.
Oh, okay,
A lot
okay.
of people are excited about that. And there was another rap artist this year at Arrowhead. I can't remember who it was, but I got to meet him, and maybe some of the viewers may know who he was. But I got to meet him. Governor Parson.
Was
Go ahead.
it Fat Joe?
Yes,
Fat
yes,
Joe.
that's it. Yes, I got to meet him. And they did I don't know if they did part of the halftime show, I believe, or before, but yeah, I got to meet him. They always walk around, before, just kind of, getting atmosphere.
Feeling the atmosphere.
So I'm just right there in the way when I get there. Governor Parson, I've met him quite a few times. Josh Hawley. Eric Stone Street is a frequent visitor to Arrowhead. He's a great guy. He's friendly, always says hi, how you doing? I'd probably stand there and have a conversation with him. Well, I'm not allowed to, but I probably could.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Rudd, of course, he's a frequent visitor. I've got to meet him a few times. And this year, Jeff Bezos was there this year.
Jeff Bezos, okay.
And I got to meet him. He came right up to me, and I've got pictures of him. And that'd be nice one day, maybe get an autograph that picture, but may not happen because I may not be able to do that again.
Right.
This year, I got to meet Nick Lowry.
Okay.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting him. He came out, and sometimes people come out and you think you are starstruck. I will say that sometimes, like, wow, that's Nick Lowry. Wow. So, but if he came out every day, I'd kind of get used to that. But I've got a cousin. His name is Solly Small. He's just a little 9-year-old, 10-year-old little boy. And when I tell him these stories, he just gets so excited. He is so funny. He just his face just lights up. It's hard to break open with him, but when I start talking about this kind of stuff, it's like, wow, let me hear some more stories.
Yeah, stories.
And I've done some TikToks with him, and he just loves it.
Yeah, and by the way, if y'all want to catch him on TikTok, let him know about your TikTok again.
Yeah, you go to dsmall84 or go to @WalkingTall84. I'm trying to, and since I've had to break my TikToks up, I don't have enough views on either one of them or followers to go live, and I want to go live. So I've got 800 on one, 500 on the other. So I want to be able to go live. I really kind of hoping before we got here today and be able to, but that just didn't happen. But
I don't know.
there's time.
My daughter was talking about that. You got to have certain many views to go live and everything. I have a TikTok, but it's I don't ever get on there. I ain't been on there in a while, so I don't know quite how it works yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually, and I don't want to go overboard with TikTok, but I really want to do a TikTok that I just say my opinion on something. This is what I think, and let people judge with comments. A lot of stuff I'll post. Matter of fact, going back to that post that CBS Sports put on, there are like 400 comments people made on those. 400 comments. So I'm trying to answer all these, and there's just so many of them, you kind of get lost in it. But I do appreciate comments, and I try to answer them at least with approval or so forth. So that is kind of fun.
So what do you think about the government trying to shut down TikTok and some of these apps? What's going on with that? I don't get it.
I don't.
Or is China spying on us through TikTok or something?
I think they think they are because it's created by them, but there's so many other things they could spy on us for. Well, balloons for sure, we've seen that, but that's for another time. But I think for government stuff, I think that's probably the right idea, maybe. For personal use, I'm having too much fun with it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I really don't see any harm because, for
You ain't doing the
myself,
wrong thing.
I'm not doing anything wrong, and I got no secrets, I got nothing. So I kind of got mixed opinions about it. I don't really know enough about their reasons, and I know President Trump wanted to do it, and I didn't follow up on it then. I'm not really following up on it now.
Yeah, me either. It's extremely confusing to me. I just don't get it, but I'm pretty sure they got the reasons, which we don't know.
Right, exactly.
They ain't gonna let us know.
And I know I don't have any secrets. They're not going to get anything from me.
Exactly.
Maybe being one of my followers, I'd go lie.
I know my brother Ruben.
Yes.
He works out there with you. I remember seeing a video that he had posted, and it goes back to what you were saying earlier, that you can't interact with the players. And either Jay Diggs threw him the ball and
Yes.
he couldn't catch it,
Yes.
and he hit him in the groin or whatnot.
Right.
So y'all can't interact with the players at all, period, whether y'all want to or not.
Well, yeah, you can. Just don't get caught, I guess. But if they say something to us, like when Patrick comes down and says, "Hey, how's it going?" I'll say, "Hey, it's going good. How about for you?" You know, maybe a little small talk like that. There's time when Steve Spagnum, he'll come down and we'll have a whole conversation. Clark Hunt, same way, we'll have the same conversation. When Henny, he's a conversationalist. He'll sit there and talk to you. You know, when we got, like, let's just use Frank Clark, for example. He may just have a 2-second conversation, like, "How's things going, man? How's the atmosphere out there? Yeah, it's good, man." And he'll go. Those guys are always on the move. But when they dress out in uniform, they come out from behind the tunnel and walk down there. Those guys are focused.
Right.
So they're not going to sign autographs, most likely. They're not going to carry a conversation. You just give them the respect and the peace. The time you get them, when they get you, let's put it that way, when they want, you know, maybe I won't say approval, but when they want to know how things are, is when, way before the game, when they're coming out to check out the field and the weather and stuff. That's when the coaches, that's when the trainers, that's when the equipment guys, that's when a little conversation with you. Jay White is one of the equipment gentlemen there. He's a great guy, and he always fist pumps me before the game. "Man, how's it going?" And that's probably the last time we'll talk the whole game. But he knows who I am, and that's kind of cool for me.
So what about those? I know it's on the subject, but off the subject. I know you did the last Super Bowl that we.
Well, you know, here's what happened 4 years ago. I was selected to go to Super Bowl. I don't even remember where it was anymore, and I was all excited about it. But we had to have 3 scheduled training dates, and the very last date was the day my daughter was getting married. So I had to choose, go to that last training or go to my daughter's wedding. What do you think I did? Yeah. What should I have done? I did it. Walking down the aisle, that was so gratifying. It was just amazing how I got it.
Well, you made the right choice.
I did. That's how I kind of got out of that rotation for Super Bowl. But next year's Super Bowl, I believe, is out in Vegas, in Nevada. So since I was out there for the NFL draft, I have already got a Nevada security license. So I should be picked the first one to go.
Cool.
Which I'm excited about that.
Cool.
So,
I hope you get it, because more stories. I got to get you back on again.
yeah, I got a couple supervisors there, Kristen and Bruce, and they're great people, and they've been working with me, trying to get me, you know, here and there, but there's only a selected few who can go, and if they've already got those licenses, like Ruben, hey, that's, you know, who we got to take. Now, next year should be my turn, so I'm super excited about that, but we don't actually get to go down to the field. We'll be in the hotel room, you know, hallway, you know, watching floors, elevators, doors and stuff. But it's just the cool experience. I went to NFL draft. Curious George, you know him for real, number 56. Well, I got to beat him before he's ever drafted. When I was out there in Vegas, we were set into a room as a restaurant. What it was, it sectioned off for the prospects of the drafts. So he was one of them. He's just one I really remember, because I got to meet his family, and they were so nice. His mom and his dad, they were so nice. So I got to visit with them. Yeah, we're really hoping, somebody calls him up to pick. And so I hope it's Kansas City Chiefs, because that's where we're working. And sure enough, he was picked. And every game, we kind of make contact a little bit, fist bump or a handshake or something.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. And I'm sorry I kind of didn't talk about him at the beginning of this segment, but he's probably one of my fondest memory stories. I met him at the NFL draft. But once those guys are picked for the draft, they're gone. You don't see them
you don't
guys
see 'em.
until they walk out on the field or in
Exactly.
training camp. But that was a great experience there. I really enjoyed that, meeting his family, and I haven't got to meet him back since. I was kind of hoping when they won the AFC Championship and then we're going to go to the Super Bowl, all the families come down to the field, and I'm right there when they all come flooding in. So I was kind of hoping I was going to run into them then, but you're talking hundreds of people coming by that time. Up there.
Everybody, families be there. boy.
Exactly. And there's no time to check credentials, check this or that. You just make sure that no one trips coming up and no one jumps over that wall. So that's a pretty good experience.
So what you think about the whole total experience since you've been working at the stadium in the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, originally when I took the job, it was an hour away from where I live.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. So do you still drive an hour to get to
I
work
do.
every single day?
I do.
So that's passion. So you must be a
I
Chiefs
do.
fan too.
That first year I did it, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'll finish this season out because I told my son-in-law, he helped me get on. And then the second season came along. I said, you going to do this? Yeah, I'll do it one more year. And an hour out of my way is, I know people drive that for work sometimes, but I've never been that guy. I always like to work right in town. So anyway, I go for this hour drive, and time I get parked, and they shuttle us over to the stadium, we go down, we call logistics, and it's right at about an hour. And then again, it's an hour on the way home too. So
2-hour drive.
2 hour drive.
There back.
But the excitement and the thrill outweighs all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say because it's definitely if you're a Chiefs fan and you get to work, I mean, in the tunnel, the field, wherever you at, you get to see all the stuff. Man, that's better than any ticket that you can ever buy.
Yeah, there's a couple people I work with real close, Tiffany Sanders and Shirley Amos, and we talk about this, where we're at right now on that field. Millions of people want to be right here.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody working for your company right now is gonna quit.
Right,
Ain't nobody's
exactly.
gonna quit. There's no openings.
No.
Maybe after Mahomes retire, maybe be some openings.
Yeah.
But right now, as long as he's there and as long as we keep on doing what we're doing right now, no openings.
See, 1 year they want me to work on the Rome team, which they what they do is they go where stationed up on the concourse and they go wherever your problems are. They want me to do that, and I said, and it pays a lot more. I said, you know, if I'm thinking to myself, if I do that and lose this spot, I'll never get that back.
Right.
So I turned that down. And they said, okay, this is what we'll do. You go down there. If we need you, we'll call you.
Right.
And they never called me because they didn't need me. But and that's one thing about being a supervisor. You're roaming. You're not in that location, and I'm not going to give that spot up.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It won't be no openings no time soon, cause I know my brother, he works with you and everything.
Yes.
He's been working there. He ain't quitting no time soon.
You know, you're right. 'Cause if
This is the right time right now if you want to work for the
if
Chiefs.
Ruben and I decide 1 year, hey, we want to go do this and do that, something different, somebody else is going to fill that void,
And not give
we're
it
never
up.
getting that back.
You ain't gonna never get it.
I've got a great friend that name's Jerry Feeney, and he escorts Casey Wolf, and he's the same way. If I step away from this 1 year, somebody else is going to get this gig, and Casey Wolf's a hard guy to keep up with. I don't know if I can say his name, so I won't. But Casey Wolf, super nice person.
Yeah, I know. Did he injure himself before?
He did a few
because they
years
was talking.
ago.
Yeah, they was talking about that on the news. How he had injured himself and bounced back or whatnot.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
You know, to be honest with you, I really don't know the whole story. I know that it had to do something with maybe a cable snap. I shouldn't really say because I really don't know. I really.